Oh, guess who's returning to the Daily Show?
I saw this.
Jon
Is
Stewart.
this a Jay Leno, Conan O'Brien situation we got going here?
I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I think it is a situation where they don't know what they want to do with that show.
Right.
And it's not like Jon Stewart pushed Trevor Noah out.
That's
Like
right.
Jon Stewart made way for Trevor Noah, and then Trevor Noah decided he wanted to do something else because making a television show every day can be exhausting. And so these guys get to a point where they become incredible stand-ups, so they get the television opportunities, and then they become famous because of television, and then they can go out and sell out theaters and arenas doing stand-up. So then they make crazy amounts of money, and suddenly this is what somebody like Jon Stewart, or I'm certain Pete Davidson, or any of these people who leave the day-to-day grind, or with Pete Davidson's case, the weekly Saturday Night Live thing. Like if you tell Pete Davidson, hey man, you've now become so famous and so successful as just a comedian that you can sell out Madison Square Garden. You could make $800,000 Saturday night just by booking a show at the Garden, or you can work at Saturday Night Live for $800,000 the entire season. And you got to be there on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or I can work one night and make the same amount of money. Well, then what are we doing? So if you're Jon Stewart, you've got kids, you've been doing a show 4 days a week forever, and you've gotten so famous doing the show that you can now sell out arenas all over the country. What if you're not really enjoying the grind of it every day? Then it's time to maybe do something else. Jon Stewart decided that. Then Trevor Noah got the Daily Show. Then Trevor Noah decided that. And now they've just been rotating in guest host, typically correspondent serving as guest host. And they're going to continue to do that. It's a 4-day-a-week show. Jon Stewart's only going to host on Mondays starting middle of next month. So he'll do the Monday show, host it every week through the presidential election. And then on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, he will still be an executive producer, have his fingerprints on it, but there will be guest host on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. He'll be more behind the scenes on those days. But every Monday, starting middle of next month, Daily Show, Jon Stewart will be your host again. And are you old enough to – and first, I should say about Jon Stewart, he is a big deal to the left. Obviously, if you're on the right, you probably don't like Jon Stewart, right? It's just like I know Tucker Carlson's a big deal in some people's world. He doesn't matter in my world. But like if you're somebody who loves Tucker Carlson and think that he should maybe be the next vice president of the United States, just know that there's somebody on the other side who thinks Jon Stewart should maybe be the next president of the United States. Like in terms of media people from the right or the left, Jon Stewart for a while was a big, maybe the biggest thing. Are you old enough to remember those days? Did you ever watch The Daily Show with Jon Stewart?
Yeah, I'm not going to say that I was like some religious viewer, but I did watch it every now and again, and he's great. I mean, I remember more from like, where I remember Jon Stewart mostly from Big Daddy, the Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah, he would just
from
pop
the Adam Sandler movies.
Well, he would pop into movies every once in a while.
Yeah.
It didn't have the best of movie careers, but he really carved out a niche for himself as a smart and funny, but perhaps more smart than funny, but definitely both, political analyst. You would turn on Comedy Central every Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night during a presidential cycle, and you felt like if you leaned a certain way, again, I acknowledge that up front, you would tune into Comedy Central, watch The Daily Show, and you felt like Jon Stewart was going to make you smarter than you were before you watched it. And he's also going to make you laugh. He has, I think still has, a gift for informing you, crystallizing opinions, cutting through a lot of the nonsense that people in politics often have a hard time cutting through. And he's really gifted. And I guess at some point, he had this Apple TV Plus show for a minute, but it's hard to get people to switch over out of their normal habits.
That's true.
It's just difficult. And so that was not extremely successful, although I do believe he was nominated for awards, and like the quality of the show was good. but like enough people didn't watch it. But Jon Stewart back of the Daily Show on Comedy Central, people will watch that. I bet you'll see the ratings tick up at least on Monday nights, and it'll be fun to have that throughout what promises to be a wild campaign season.
The Gary Parrish Show, live weekdays at 10 a.m.